It started as something harmless, or at least that's what I kept telling myself. A drink after work with a coworker, Jason, who made me laugh when my husband, Daniel, was always buried in spreadsheets. We'd been married 6 years, and somewhere in that time, Daniel's affection turned into routines. The warmth remained, but the spark dimmed. Jason reminded me of what it felt like to be seen. He noticed when I wore something new, remembered the coffee I liked. He'd brush my hand when handing over files and wink when no one else was looking. I ignored it, until I didn't. One Friday, Daniel kissed my forehead and told me to enjoy the girls' night I had lied about. My stomach twisted, but I left anyway. I told myself I deserved passion. I deserved to feel alive. But that was just my guilt dressing up as entitlement. Jason had booked a hotel suite. Candles, wine, soft jazz. It felt like something out of a romance movie. Until I looked at my phone around 1 a.m. and saw Daniel's message. Still up. Hope you're safe. Love you. My heart dropped, but I silenced the phone and rolled over. The next morning I came home just before 9. Our house was quiet. Daniel's car was in the driveway. I tiptoed in, expecting awkward silence or maybe questions I'd have to lie my way through. But there were no questions. There was nothing. The living room was spotless. Too spotless. On the table sat a single envelope with my name in Daniel's neat handwriting. My hand shook as I opened it. Inside was a single sentence. You made your choice. I've made mine. I ran through the house. His closet was empty. Drawers cleared. The safe under the bed. Gone. I checked the home office. No files, no laptop, no wedding photos. It was like he'd evaporated overnight, like he had never existed in this home. I called him. Straight to voicemail. I texted. Left voicemails. Nothing. Then I saw the message in our shared email folder. Drafted but never sent. It said, I waited for her all night. Lights off, coffee cold. She never came. I think I finally understood what I meant to her. I collapsed on the floor sobbing. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. I thought I could have one reckless night, go home, pretend it never happened. But Daniel knew, maybe not the details, but enough to walk away without a fight. Days passed, then a week, then 2. His number was disconnected. His friends, always polite but distant with me, had nothing to say. Even his mother, who once called me her daughter, didn't return my calls. I was cut out cleanly, like a tumor. Then the legal documents came. Divorce papers. No alimony requests, no property disputes, just a clean break. He didn't want anything from me, not even closure. That hurt more than any screaming match ever could. I found out through mutual connections that Daniel had moved 3 states away, bought a small cabin, working remotely, quiet life. No new woman in the picture, just peace. The kind of peace I destroyed with one night of selfishness. Sometimes I sit in the kitchen holding my phone, hoping maybe he'll call. He never does. The silence he left behind is louder than anything I've ever heard. I keep replaying that message over and over. I waited for her all night. I still see Jason at work. I ended that mess within days. He thought we had something special. He was wrong. He never knew me like Daniel did. He never stood beside me during my worst days like Daniel had. But Daniel's gone now, and it's my fault. If I could go back, I would trade every spark and thrill for one more night on the couch with Daniel, binge-watching some silly series while his hand rested on my knee. I had love, real love, and I traded it for nothing. And now I live in the wreckage I built, with no one to blame but myself.